Your values, which are part of who you are, subconsciously but powerfully shape how you perform at work. Long before performance metrics or job titles come into play, the values we identify as me are already at work. They are influencing our decisions and even our sense of satisfaction and fulfillment from our work. Hi, I am Shalini, and in this video, I will share 4 ways our values shape our performance. First, your values shape your motive and your desire to do something. They guide your decisions. Values give direction to our inner desires and our motives. Plus, they help us prioritize our desires to tell us which ones to achieve faster. And now, our motives and behaviors that come from the values we hold operates on a scale. Motives to build others up all the way down to motives that tear them up. Behaviors that show up to build others up all the way down to behaviors that tear them down. Team members with values like truth, love, and generosity build trust, collaboration, and even perseverance in difficult circumstances at work. In contrast, team members with values rooted in jealousy or selfishness emotionally harm others and can tear teams apart. In companies, even a few individuals holding harmful values can affect a team's job satisfaction, performance, and in fact, the whole company's work culture. And if that harmful person tries to manipulate others by making wrong look right, it creates confusion and stress and a whole lot of cognitive dissonance. If this happens frequently, it can completely ruin teams and drive the best people who hold healthy values, to leave and find a different job. Second, when your work culture aligns with what you value, you will feel motivated and driven to come to work. When our work values align with our core values, something clicks. For example, if our value is rooted in getting rich, work that builds wealth will keep us satisfied. And if a company's culture has ethically good values that align with your healthy values, you will find meaning and fulfillment at work. For example, if your values are rooted in building others up or showing care for others, and you experience these same values at work, work will be more than satisfying. It will be fulfilling. And I'm not even talking about the nature of work. I'm talking about the values in the work culture. Let me illustrate. Many years ago, I met somebody at church who told me that they had retired from Southwest. And then they said going to work at Southwest Airlines was more like going to church than church. Southwest's history shows that not only this person I met, but most people working at Southwest felt fulfilled, happy, and connected. And that is working at an airline company, not some well-known nonprofit. It is because Southwest's high empathy, high innovation, and fun values matched those of the people working there. When ethically healthy, good values at work match your healthy and good values, work becomes meaningful, not transactional. Effort feels purposeful, and creativity starts to spark. When we have values that care for others, it motivates us to genuinely look out for others at work, which in turn makes everybody at work feel safe and happy to come to work. Companies where people stand for good values usually win in the long run because everyone is working towards a goal instead of just trying to get through the day. Third, your values influence how you relate to others and how you lead. Our values are not invisible ghosts. They show up in the small things that we do every day. If you value generosity, you may be the one helping your teammate who is stuck on a project. If you value being truthful and doing what is right, you will keep your word. You won't change your mind, depending on convenience. These seemingly small behaviors build trust, collaboration, and even happiness at work. It increases company-wide productivity. Lastly, values act as a filter to help you pick and keep the right job and keep you from burnout. Over your whole career, your values can act like a compass. They can help you figure out which jobs and companies actually fit who you are and which ones are going to tire you out and eventually lead to exhaustion, disengagement, and burnout. For leaders, this makes values especially important. Identifying, developing, and promoting people whose values build the company culture is not just being nice. It is a smart business move that will keep your company strong, healthy, and growing. So, on the one hand, when our values are good and we know exactly what they are, and on the other hand, when companies intentionally align culture with ethically good and socially responsible values that build us up, everyone benefits. Engagement rises, turnover declines, productivity improves, and there is joy at work. Assessing and cultivating values is not abstract or idealistic for both the company and for everyone who works there. It is practical, it is measurable, it leaves everyone creative, productive, and joyful. In the end, what you value makes up the most important part of your whole work life. Now, there is one crucial caveat to this. When critical stress or trauma starts to affect us, our performance and behavior can change. It is not a reflection of who we are and our values. I'll share more on this in the next video. If you're curious about your values, try the Portrait Values Questionnaire, the PVQ 40 item scale. I would recommend taking it when you are in a stable and grounded place in life. I think the results will be validating, not defining. I've shared the link below. Also, if you want to know whether a company's value aligns with yours, the best place to look for that is our popular Glassdoor. We end here today. I would like to invite you to connect with us on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, or YouTube. We make this video so that you can create a work culture where team members love and care for one another, find joy at work, and feel fulfilled in their work life. We want to equip you with the tools that you need to build a loving, joyful, and fulfilling workplace. Check out our website. I've shared the link below. As always, I wish you the best work life.